week I'm here with Alex.
Hello!
And we are talking about music in the community. Quick summary, 3 words?
3 words, music is great.
There we go. Listen in, Big Ideas Show, Music in the Community, up next. Shoots with Battle there on the Big Idea Show, and I am joined in the studio by Alex.
Hello!
Hello! Right, we're going to have a proper chat now. I gave you a teaser, kind of tease the audience with your presence in that last link, and now we're actually going to talk about your...
They can know everything about me, it's fine.
Exactly, we've got lots of time to chat. So, go on, tell us about all of your hundreds of projects that you have going on right now.
The main thing about all of my projects is I love people singing together, and I find different ways of getting people together to sing. I think singing as a group has benefits for everyone in the group and indeed the community around. And there are social benefits and health benefits, and so many different ways you can use singing and use music to really bring people together. And so community music and community groups to come together in some sort of like beautiful fashion is what I'm trying to do for the whole of the area.
Okay, absolutely, for literally everyone, right?
Literally everyone. We do have projects for anybody to sing as long as you're over the age of 5. Okay, so most people listening will probably be over the age of 5.
What's wrong with the under 5s?
Well, I don't have any groups for them, but other people do. And I know one.
Oh, really? Wow.
However, I don't. So we run the with Duncan Morris. Most of the projects I run with we run the Shetway Primary Singers.
Yep.
The Shetway Youth Voices and the Shetway Voices. They are for the children at primary school, children at secondary school, and then adults.
Okay.
And those choirs can be for absolutely anybody of any ability, no experience, no ability, no auditions. They're free.
Yep.
They're just a donations pot. Just come along, and that way we can make sure that everybody from anywhere has the opportunity to come and sing with us on a Wednesday.
Okay. Good start. And you were talking as well about some of your adult projects. Do you want to tell us, give us an overview of those?
The one that I really want to talk about today is we do run some other things, and one I specifically want to mention is the Seaside Melody Makers. And the Seaside Melody Makers is a group specifically for people over the age of 60.
Okay.
I was finding that certainly some people struggle to join one of my choirs, the adult choir, because certainly in the winter, leaving at 9:30 at night, it might be icy and cold, it might be difficult for some people, and people don't necessarily like that. So I thought to myself, how can I make sure there is a choir that anyone can access? So I thought, well, I might as well do it in the daytime. And so on a Wednesday morning at 11 o'clock at Wood Avenue Library, I have the Seaside Melody Makers in Folkestone, which is for people over 60 to just come and enjoy singing for an hour and a half. You get a cup of tea and biscuits, and you just sing with me.
Gotta have some
and
biscuits.
it's wonderfully informal. Like my other choirs, there are a lot of time you go into 4-part harmony, and we really try and teach and push in different ways. This one is such a beautiful get together. We do just singing along, sing anything. We do chuck in bits of harmony, a bit of fun, just to make it interesting. We do stuff in our Ghanaian and other African languages. We do things from shows and pop songs, modern songs, the old classics.
Awesome.
And we just enjoy it.
Yeah.
And every couple of months we go somewhere and we sing to people. And why not? And this year we were involved in the Hythe Food Festival. We sung on their stage, and we just get together, and honestly it's a different atmosphere to any of my other groups, and it's just silly fun where people enjoy it.
Really?
Every person walks through the door and says, I can't sing, and I say, don't worry about it. They say, I don't know if I'm high or low, and I say, we don't even really split you up into high or low, it's fine, pick a seat. And it's great. It started with 6 people, and now there's most weeks 38 to 40 kind of thing in that area,
really
and we get the same every single week, and they're down at Wood Avenue Library.
Okay, nice stuff. And where can people find out? We'll do this bit now of kind of where people can find out more info, because we're going to go into a bigger discussion, aren't we, about the benefits of singing as a whole.
Absolutely.
But for now, where can people find out about this and all of your projects, really?
Okay, well, I run an organisation called Silver Art Studios, and Silver Art Studios has a community arm. And so if you go to silverartstudios.com, you will find a link on the top of that page called Community Projects, and it lists all the projects that I'm involved in.
Okay.
And that lists all the projects I do with Silver Art Studios, and also with Mask, which is another charity that I'm heavily involved with. And each project will have the information of how to join, how much it might cost, and anything else right there and then for you.
Okay, brilliant stuff. So we've got the info of how people can
silverarchstudios.com.
Exactly, right. We'll put it on the Facebook page as well.
Great, thank you.
So people know how they can do it, but we're going to have a discussion now. Well, we're going to have some more music, we're going to have some stereophonics, and then we're going to come back and chat more about the bigger benefits, the wider benefits. Why would you want to get involved in singing? To support our mental health, our mental well-being, the whole lot.
The whole shebang.
Exactly, right. Music time, stereophonics, song for the summer. Savage Garden, Back to the Moon on the Big Ideas Show. We have just gone, it's coming up to 11:30, and Alex McNeice is in the studio with me today.
Hello again.
Hello again, times 3, right. We're going to now have a bigger discussion. We were hearing, weren't we, in the last link about all the music projects that you're doing for literally everybody.
Everybody.
But now I guess, because as is customary on the Big Ideas Show, to hear a little bit more about kind of why you do it and the bigger impact that these projects are all hoping to achieve. So let's start with you, shall we? Kind of what is it that you get out of singing, and what inspired you to want to give this back to the community?
Okay, well, I've always been involved in music, whether it be in shows, in musicals. I was in the church choir, I was head choir boy at church choir, and various things. I was always involved in music, but I never took it as a career or anything. And I was many people know I was a physics teacher.
Wow!
At the
I didn't know
Harvey
that.
Grammar School. I was a Master of Physics. I am, and at Pent Valley when it was Pent Valley, and I suddenly realised while I was teaching at physics at Pent Valley, I just wanted to be a musician, and I suddenly realised I was doing the wrong job. I was in my mid-20s. What am I doing?
Was it a flash of sudden realisation, or was it something you just?
I just was not enjoying what I was doing, and I thought to myself, well, what do you like? Oh yeah, I like music. So I thought, I'm going to do it. So I phoned up university, got onto a degree course, and went back to do a music degree.
Wow. And there's a whole discussion in that right there of just that doing a U-turn with our life, right?
Yeah, it was crazy. And I just phoned them up, and they said, do you have an A-level in music? And I said, no. And they said, do you have any qualifications? I said, I got grade 5 on a saxophone. And they said, that's not enough. And I said, well, I don't really want to play the saxophone, so I'd like to sing. And they said, can you sing grade 8? And I said, I don't know. And they said, can you do a grade 8 audition? I said, yes. And then
you didn't sing down the phone at that moment,
I didn't.
Okay.
But then they said come in on Tuesday to do a grade 8 audition. I said all right, and then I put the phone down, phoned up my old music teacher and said, what is that? You know what I mean? And the rest is history, I suppose. And they let me in.
And you didn't think, and you didn't want to go to be a music teacher, I assume.
No, although I do a bit of that, because I'm working at the Harvey doing a bit. But my aim was, I didn't know what my aim was. My aim was just to do music.
Okay.
And there was a course on that degree called Music in the Community, run by Trish Vella-Burrows, who's a wonderful lady. And I realised during that I was good at singing with people and making other people sing together.
Okay.
And I didn't realise that before, but I realised it then. I thought, wow, I can make other people sing. So I thought, okay, I'm going to start my own choir. I started up a gospel choir. I'm going to start my own stuff. And suddenly I was singing and making other people sing. And then I qualified and I left, and I thought, right, I'm going to start up my own singing things. And so Duncan Morris, who is a friend of the show and local music legend here, Duncan Morris, we set up our own company called the Guildhall Sports and Arts Foundation, and we started doing PE and sport and music in schools.
Okay.
And
at the same time?
Not at the same time always, although I have been known to sing whilst goalkeeping in hockey matches for Folkestone.
That would be quite impressive.
It's quite fun.
You definitely have a niche there, wouldn't you?
You would have a niche. We set up our own organisation, and we just started singing with people, and we just started doing music and sport with people, and it just gradually orientated towards music. At which point we set up our own music organisation, which has now become MASK, which is Music and Arts for the Shepway Community, which is now a charity, and that runs a lot of our projects, and we are the musicians involved. And then I've set up my own as well, so I can do some separate projects as well. And just from there, we just thought, wow, suddenly I'm a full-time musician working with people every day doing music.
Yeah.
And it's just a really wonderful thing.
Absolutely. And it's quite interesting. This is, I guess, kind of different from where I thought the discussion would go, but you saying about this realisation that it's not just you singing that it was about, but it was about you being able to facilitate other people to bring out their singer within them. How did you, was that just a sudden discovery? Because I think there might be a lot of other people out there, a similar sort of thing, who might be kind of artists, but not realise they also have a talent to bring it out of others, which is almost more contributory.
There are solo artists everywhere, and there are bedroom artists everywhere who don't even consider themselves artists. There are people everywhere that they might think I'm not good enough and therefore I'm only going to do it as a hobby. There are people that think I'm kind of involved, but I've got a real job, as mum would call it. You know what I mean? Or something like this, a mum and dad might call it. My parents don't, they're wonderful. However, people would say, are you going to get a real job? All this kind of stuff. And suddenly, you don't have to, and you can actually have your passion. And your passion might be helping other people. There's a charity, a community group called The Ark in Tontine Street, just down the road. And they have community arts going on in there all the time. They've always got people drawing in there, and I did some singing workshops in there a little while ago. And they bring in people together for whatever reason. And it's something that anybody can do, because you don't need to be a professional in anything to get people. If you can just give people canvases and paint, people can paint. If you can sing with people, they'll sing along. And it's just something that literally anyone can do. And you can just make it so people enjoy themselves.
Absolutely, and it's but you say kind of to just get people involved, but I think you're underselling the skill that's involved with that. I guess for you to make people feel comfortable, like singing for the first time is a scary thing, but for you to make them feel relaxed enough to the
easy bit is maybe getting people together to sing. Okay, as you do it more and more and more, you develop the skills to really allow people to have their voice within that group. We have people in groups who I've never heard sing because they're quiet, but they're in their version of singing, and that is fine. Whereas I've got people in groups who I hear sing a lot, you know what I mean? And it's like, and that's great because that's their voice, you know what I mean? And that's their ways. I run a group for dementia where a lot of the people that are the clients there join in with their hands by waving and join in with small noises, and the members of the community and the carers, they provide the singing and the noise, and everyone else is joining in. Whereas you've got also some people in that group who are just go for it loud and will sing extra notes and chuck in harmonies and sing amazingly. Everyone in this world is different, and everyone has their voice and has what they want to give to that, and it happens in their own way.
Brilliant. This is going to lead us on nicely. We'll come back after some more music to explore that. Different ways that music is giving people this sense of self-expression, good for their mental health, and it may not be, as you say, like strictly singing, even if it's participating.
Participation is more important.
Okay, let's have some more music and we'll be back in a little bit. Oh, pretty woman. And I have a very pretty woman in the studio. Sorry, no, I mean, I've got Alex McNeice.
I've played the dame before. I'm well accustomed to a dress and high heels.
Well, don't you guys, when it comes to stage and performance, don't you love kind of a bit of dressing up? Isn't that what it's about? Kind of playing the different roles?
Well, whatever I'm given. I remember playing the Major General's daughter in the Pirates of Penzance at the Harvard Grammar in the early 90s, because it was a boys' school and there needed to be a whole load of girls, and I was ably chosen. I had a lovely pigtails and a parasol. It was beautiful.
Sounds it, absolutely. I wish I could see pictures.
I'm sure they exist somewhere.
Okay, if anyone out there has got pictures, get them in, get them on my page or tag Alex in them. We want to see them.
I've never seen a picture of it, so if there is one, I would like to see it.
Oh my God. Okay, we've gone off topic a little bit. Never mind. Right. Seaside Melody Makers. I've been tongue-tied today. Seaside Melody Makers. We kind of initially started this discussion, didn't we, about talking about the social impact of singing, group singing. Do you want to kind of take us through a little bit of that and what you hope that it's bringing out for the people of Folkestone?
Well, it all started really with Gareth Malone, let's be honest. He kind of made this thing massive, which was very handy of him considering it was what I was trying to do as well. What it does, it just, when people are singing together, you get friendships that would never have existed without that group, and would never existed without music. People from different walks of life and people from different social backgrounds, they come together and it just makes, I think it's called social cohesion, I believe is your technical phrase, and it increases social cohesion. It brings people from all walks of life together into one single mutually enjoyable experience, and from that you can gain so much and you can learn so much about different cultures and different walks of life. And if you are someone who is lonely or someone who struggles to get out and meet people, this is the kind of group where there's absolutely no pressure, and suddenly you're immersed in a friendship group. I certainly have one lady, I won't name names obviously, who is in the Seaside Melody Makers, who her granddaughter said to me, can my grandma come along? And she came along, and now she sings with that group. She comes along to my Hawkinge Howlers group with the dementia just to help out, and these people, they just bring their own life sometimes to a group, and it becomes part of their life. A lady who has recently left my Folkestone group due to moving away, she came in, and I'd never met her before really. I knew of her, and then suddenly she's helping take the money, and she's buying the milk and things like this, and people just give their all to things, and then suddenly you've got this network of a team and a collaborative thing, and it's absolutely phenomenal. You end up with a whole new little world in your life, and it's a beautiful thing.
Beautiful. And have you noticed any, like, they're obviously coming to sing, but like I said, there's so much wider benefits. Have you noticed, or have they shared with you any kind of things where they've said, oh well, I felt more confident since coming here, or my friendship, and it's had impact or changes in other areas of their life?
Confidence is a huge one. Confidence is absolutely massive. People come along, they tell me they can't sing and all this kind of stuff, and you're like, and then what I do, I never audition for a solo. As in, when there's a solo in a song, or when there's a bit that I just want two people to sing, I just say, who wants to do it? Put your hand up. And sometimes, I always note who it is. Sometimes you get people that are always doing it, that's great. But then when someone puts their hand up for the first time, because the first time they've gone, I've been here for 6 months, I'm going to try something. And I'll always say, go on then. And you get this, and they get this moment where they sing in front of people on their own for the first time. And you get this, it's a life-changing event for many people. They're like, I just sang in front of people. Actual real people, you know what I mean? Not just the mirror, or a me person.
Or into the shower head, or, into a hairbrush.
And you really just, this communication skills and this self-esteem and self-confidence of doing something, because singing is a scary thing naturally.
It's definitely,
if you're playing an instrument, I can blame the saxophone if I get a wrong note. I can blame anything. If you're singing, you get it wrong, people just say, oh, you sound funny, there's nothing you can blame. But if to have the confidence to do that in front of people in a relaxing environment where we're all in the same game and all in the same boat, I have seen changes in all kinds of people when they come, and they just grow as souls, and if you want to go, grow as just people who want to have new things and experiences, and it's amazing.
Definitely. And I imagine kind of, in this situation where it's, it's your over 60s, that probably spreads to their families and their friends, right? And it's not just that individual that's coming along and taking part, it's everyone that they're connected to. It's great stuff.
I was singing a song last week, and someone said, can I record me singing this, because my daughter's new husband would love to hear me singing this, because he was a Maori, and we did the haka. And I got them all dancing to the haka. I got everyone up dancing to the haka, and we did the haka. And it was only last week. And she said, my new son-in-law is Maori. Can you teach me this more in the next few weeks? And I want to do the haka for him. She wouldn't have done that. That's not her in her previous her. Suddenly she's wanting to.
The new her.
Suddenly she's wanting to perform and sing in front of people and things like this. And music is life changing. I've been doing it since I was 4 or 5 or whatever, so it's a bit different. Whereas when you come into it late, I can see the life-changing effect of music on people that haven't necessarily been involved before.
Wonderful stuff. It all sounds amazing. We need to see that Maori dance. That would be good, right?
That would be beautiful.
Again, let's see it on Facebook.
Well,
we'll see.
Well, again, me and Duncan did it as a flash mob one year in the middle of the town centre at the Multicultural Festival.
Oh wow, that does sound good. Well, next time you're doing that, give us a heads up.
We'll get you there.
Right, Alex, we're running out of time now, but I'll say thank you very much indeed. It's been awesome having you on the show.
No worries. Look up on the
remind us the website again one last time.
It's at silverarchstudios.com. And you go to the community projects page, and you can find out which groups you can join. There is a group for absolutely everyone out there.
There we go. You heard it here first. Alex, thank you very much indeed.
No worries. Thank you.
See you later. Bye.